Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from China Unvarnished. We're almost there, guys. It's been growing really fast the last week since I've been asking you guys to sub. I really do appreciate it. We're almost at 100K. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
据说前几天在深圳举办了一场千人相亲大会。
A few days ago, Shenzhen held a large-scale matchmaking event for thousands of people. Interestingly, many women arrived at the scene only to find that almost no men showed up. Naturally, everyone wondered, why was this? In fact, men have long understood the reality of the situation. For men with good economic conditions, they simply don't need to attend such matchmaking events.
No, we do not.
While men with average economic conditions may not achieve any favorable outcomes even if they do attend.
No, they will not.
Think carefully, and it's clear, truly outstanding men...
Isn't it so freaking funny that these dating events, for the men that they truly want, these men know they don't need these events. For the men that need these events, no women wants these men in these events. So there's no use for these events for any man whatsoever, from the top tier down to the below tier.
Enter the matchmaking market, as they likely have plenty of opportunities in everyday life. And those men who rely on matchmaking events to find partners are often the ones who don't understand how to attract women.
True.
Sending a man who doesn't know how to pursue women to chase after the most selective women in the matchmaking market, isn't that a joke? Therefore, men shouldn't always think about trying their luck at matchmaking events. Many people now agree with this saying, a matchmaking event is like the evening vegetable market, where all the good picks are already taken, and what's left are the unwanted leftovers.
Evening vegetable market. Yeah, who wants not fresh veggies for the day?
我跟你们说啊，深圳的万人相亲大会啊，竟然没有男生去。
Here's a new update for everyone. Recently, a large matchmaking event in Shenzhen, with a turnout of thousands, surprisingly saw almost no men in attendance. Many women were left extremely disappointed and filled with questions. Why are men no longer attending these matchmaking events? On this
Because the juice ain't worth the squeeze, even in China.
topic, an older single man shared his thoughts. He described the matchmaking event as resembling a vegetable stall in a market where the produce has already been on display for some time. The remaining vegetables aren't fresh.
These Chinamans are freaking ruthless with their proverbs and the way they talk about women.
Don't look
love it.
appealing, and their taste has greatly diminished. In his analogy, these leftover vegetables are of average quality, which is why they remain unsold on the stall. What's even more
It's
frustrating...
not just average quality. It's average quality that's starting to go bad. That's the problem. The average quality is fine. It's just now it's starting to go bad. It's starting to go rotten. That's the problem a lot of men are having.
is that these leftover vegetables are priced very high. Men without money can't afford these leftover vegetables, and men with money aren't interested in them. What are everyone's thoughts on this matter?
深圳王婆说媒活动空无一人。
Has everyone heard? Recently, there was a highly anticipated matchmaking event called the Wangpa Matchmaking Fair, held in Shenzhen. Surprisingly, this large-scale matchmaking event was almost deserted. Only a few spectators showed up near the end of the event. This situation has left people sighing, as not only men were absent, but women also showed little enthusiasm. With the rising popularity of Wangpa matchmaking events in Hunan, more places have started hosting similar events, aiming to boost local recognition and attract more attention. However, at the recent matchmaking fair in Shenzhen, the scene was
You know, I think it's funny that China's pushing really hard with these matchmaking things in all of these cities. The US has not done anything in shape or form close to that. The US has just been like, yeah, you do your thing. People are just not having babies. Yay. You know, we're dying off.
unexpectedly quiet. This isn't the first time such events have faced similar awkwardness in various cities. For example, at a recent matchmaking event in Hangzhou, Zhejiang, there were thousands of female applicants, yet hardly any men attended. What could be causing men to be so indifferent to these matchmaking events?
Women.
One older single man openly shared his thoughts. He said, "Why have men woken up now? Because men feel that attending these matchmaking fairs is pointless. Men with good prospects won't participate in such events, while men with less favorable conditions attend only to be looked down upon by women, humiliating themselves at the matchmaking scene."
Damn. That's a great explanation of it. Yeah, men that go to a lot of these singles event do get looked down on, do get made fun of.
Moreover, some men complain that men are required to pay a fee to attend these events,
That
while
too.
women can enter for free. This fee arrangement makes many men feel it's unfair and
Mm-hmm.
leaves them resentful toward the event. This recent Wangpa matchmaking fair in Shenzhen has further shaken men's confidence, as they often find themselves looked down upon by women and subjected to unrealistic demands. However, these women seem to overlook their own situations, as if convinced there are over 30 million single men in China waiting for them to choose. Meanwhile, the Shenzhen
The exact same thought process that's here in the US. A lot of these women that in their 30s just waiting for that Prince Charming to show up, and they think he's there, even though most men in the US are in the same boat as these guys. Juice ain't worth the squeeze.
matchmaking event organizers showed some management oversight as well. Originally planned for noon, the event was rescheduled to 6 p.m. to accommodate office workers after work. Yet this timing change didn't bring in the expected crowd. In a first-tier city like Shenzhen, where the pace is fast and pressures are high, both men and women are busy with their livelihoods, leaving little time to attend such large events. Additionally, some question the intentions behind events like Wangpa matchmaking, as many matchmaking fairs have drifted from their initial purpose of facilitating relationships, gradually becoming commercial events aimed at gaining traffic and catching public attention. Moreover, the event was filled with eye-catching stunts. Some internet celebrity female hosts seized the opportunity to draw in traffic, broadcasting commercial ads everywhere, leaving the men who traveled from afar to sit on the cold bench, waiting around. At a recent matchmaking event in Anhui, one matchmaker even attempted to pair a man with a woman who was 3 months pregnant, which left people speechless. Some women stepped on stage and immediately set high demands, such as seeking handsome, wealthy men with monthly salaries of at least 25,000 yuan and kind-hearted personalities. Some women are already 40 years old, divorced with children, yet still demand men who are good-tempered, wealthy, and attractive, even expecting them to buy houses for them.
Women nature, guys. It's everywhere. Sometimes the traditions can stick, sometimes they do not. This is why you got to really be paying attention to which countries you're traveling to even if you're traveling to another country. Does not guarantee that they're going to be traditional and all of that, right? You still got to vet people because feminism has gotten everywhere. Feminism has touched every single continent except for maybe Antarctica.
These demands make
Maybe
one
even that
wonder
one.
whether they are genuinely seeking a family partner or simply a provider or servant. Such behavior devoid of boundaries and ethics has turned what should be a warm matchmaking event into a chaotic scene, causing many men to lose confidence in the marriage market. Today, many men and women claim they're doing well and don't need a partner, but these statements often sound like giving up self-consolation. Some even package their less-than-ideal lives into a surface of contentment. The general perception among Chinese men in the marriage market is that they lack good conditions and economic ability, making it challenging to handle the pressures of marriage. Meanwhile, many women pursue higher standards, believing they deserve better partners. Today, many women still imagine there are 30 million single men waiting for them to choose from, each woman hoping to find the perfect, domineering CEO or Prince Charming without considering their own reality. How many women are genuinely beautiful, talented, and gentle? On the contrary,
Very
many
few.
fall far short of these standards. Love is one of humanity's most fundamental emotional needs. It should not be treated as a luxury or a disposable item. However, in today's society, love seems to have become an expensive and quickly consumed commodity,
Yep.
often accompanied by a disregard for responsibility and obligation.
But the way they use their words is so different than how we speak in our language.
Whether in
Or in
marriage or
English.
love, those who come together should truly understand and support each other, contributing to a shared family. Matchmaking and introduction events were originally meant to help people find emotional connections.
Yeah, now they're just money-making events. So that's what I figured when they're that big and so many people are looking at them. Yeah, they turn into money-making events.
Yet they have gradually drifted off course. In a society that moves fast and is full of pressure, men and women may need a clearer understanding when choosing a partner.
True.
Neither men nor women should view marriage and love as a business transaction. When your
But
efforts
we
go
do.
unappreciated and unreciprocated, it's best to cut your losses and learn to value yourself. The most basic principle of human interaction is no more than 3 words. Follow your conscience.
I mean, MGTOW is growing. It feels like a lot of Chinese men are in the MGTOW boat because there's not even enough Chinese women to go around. And I've been hearing that, unsavory things about China, importing other women and stuff, which is a bad thing. But MGTOW, it just makes the most sense. It makes the most sense with the way the women are nowadays, the things that they're asking for, the things that most men can't achieve.
Today was truly an unforgettable experience. Brothers, I never want to go to that matchmaking corner again. Do you know what happened? Today was the last day of my holiday, and I thought I'd go to the matchmaking corner in a park in Shenzhen to try my luck. However, as soon as I got there, I was stunned. Shenzhen on a weekend was absolutely packed with people. The whole park was filled with people. It was almost impossible to move. Every corner was crowded with adults, kids, and even elderly folks gathering together, blocking any way to move forward. As soon as I arrived at the matchmaking corner, I hadn't even taken a few steps before a group of older ladies surrounded me completely. The sight startled me. I thought something had happened, but it turned out these older ladies were coming straight for me. They asked directly, "Is your child a boy or a girl? We're also looking for a match for our children, seeing if there's anyone suitable." Brothers, that left me completely dumbfounded. I stood there, thinking, do I really look that old? I'm only 42 years old, yet they mistook me for a parent looking to find a match for my child.
I mean, 42 is pretty decent considering, how China and Asian countries used to work. You get married pretty early, and by the 42, you would have an 18-year-old by then.
It was sheer humiliation. I felt so embarrassed that I wanted to find a hole to hide in.
I
To
guess
save
that
a
makes
little
sense.
face, I forced myself to explain to the older ladies that I was actually there looking for a partner for myself, as I'm divorced. Unexpectedly, as soon as they heard that I was looking for someone for myself, even more older ladies gathered around, all enthusiastically inquiring about my qualifications. They told me, "We have a few single ladies here too."
There's a lot of broke, dusty, musty crusties.
Who are also divorced from their spouses, now in their 50s, retired, helping their children with life in Shenzhen, and able to cook and do laundry. One lady even directly offered herself, asking if I had any specific conditions, as she could meet them all. So, I briefly introduced myself, saying that I'm 42, working in software development here, and just came to see if I could find a companion for myself. Unexpectedly, one older lady immediately responded, saying she'd be willing to date me. She said she's just over 50, in good
Jeez.
health, able to do laundry, cook, and take care of people.
50-year-old going for this 42-year-old man. They're desperate, guys. They're desperate. This is why I think it's so funny that women in the West are making all these videos about being so happy and whatever it is. Wait till a big mass of them hit 50 and 60 that are lonely and single. We're about to see a whole new wave of videos.
None of that would be a problem. Plus, she has a pension and wouldn't ask me to buy a house or car. Just renting a place in Shenzhen together would be enough for her. Although she was very sincere, I still felt embarrassed because I initially hoped to find a younger woman under 30, or perhaps a divorced woman in her 30s. But the reality was, I was surrounded by women over 50, all vying to speak with me, even blocking my way to leave. They even advised me not to pursue young girls, saying they're unreliable, and that I shouldn't be so picky.
Ruthless! Telling you guys, fifth wave of feminism, cannibalism. Don't pick the young girls. They're not suitable. They're not reliable. They're just gonna leave you anyways.
If I found someone suitable, I should just settle with one of these older ladies. They said I wouldn't be able to handle younger women. They even predicted that if I did find a younger woman, the marriage would end up falling apart eventually. In contrast,
Ruthless.
they assured me there'd be no problem with them. As retired women, they just wanted a stable companion to enjoy their later years, advising me to find someone reliable to live with. Listening to their brainwashing advice left me with mixed feelings. Eventually, I made up an excuse to escape, saying I wanted to check out other places. Brothers, seriously, never go to those matchmaking corners again. I initially thought I'd try my luck to see if I could meet a woman in her 20s or 30s, but I ended up being hunted by a group of older ladies. Such an awkward experience.
That is
Brothers, I
awkward.
really don't dare go there again. It felt too humiliating, too embarrassing. If I actually agreed to date one of those older ladies, how could I face anyone afterward? How could I face family, friends, colleagues, or old classmates?
You know, I seem like I'm laughing, but it's just because it's just so outrageous.
This experience made me realize deeply that I'm not suited to be with someone much older. After all, I still hope to have another child in the future. Besides, those ladies are not young anymore.
Nope.
They're all over 50. While they might be fine women, the age gap is just too big. I simply want a partner around 30 years old. That age difference just feels more appropriate. Sigh, brothers, I feel both awkward and speechless. Do I really look that old? Thinking back,
Bro, you look a little beat up. I admit you could do better, but life in China is probably a lot different. So
it's almost laughable.
对不起，我让大家失望的。
I'm truly sorry to disappoint everyone. I honestly feel ashamed to face all the single friends registered with our matchmaking company, especially the single men still waiting for love. Previously, our company promised to host a singles party for this year's Singles Day. Today, I must apologize to everyone and let you know that the singles party won't be happening. Why? Because our ideals are always grand, but reality keeps proving us wrong. Sigh,
True.
I think everyone might have guessed some of the reasons. Honestly, I once said with great hope that whether it's love or marriage, both men and women have to put in effort.
that they do.
Looking back now, these words really came back to bite me. Talking about effort, it simply doesn't work at all. I've come to realize that even a free singles party might not draw men to sign up. Up until now, although we have quite a few women signed up, I'd even say they're quite eager. The men who registered are very few, only 2 or 3, and their attendance isn't even guaranteed. I don't know what the issue is. Perhaps high-quality single men are just in too much demand? Could it be that they have no shortage of admirers around them?
Of course, if you're talking about high quality, high earning, good looking man, yeah, they're rare everywhere.
And don't even value this opportunity at our singles party? Moreover, the main issue is that many people don't actively sign up. I have no way of knowing who is single, who is interested in love, or whether those who want to attend meet the requirements. So, there's really no choice but to apologize again to all the single brothers. I will refund all fees that were previously paid, so rest assured. Your happiness is my happiness, and when the time is right, I will
least this
try
guy was
organizing another
refunding
singles
everybody.
event.
That's
I
cool.
simply can't believe that all the men and women registered with us have already found their other halves. I also don't believe that we can't find men and women willing to join a singles party. Let's look forward to seeing each other at the next singles event. When the time comes, I'll be waiting for you at the venue, hoping we can fulfill our wishes of finding love together.
现在有很多男士一听到单身聚会就不敢来，觉得
Nowadays, many men hesitate when they hear the term singles gathering, feeling that they might not meet the standards, or even worry that participating might put them in an awkward position and lead to being humiliated by the women present. This concern is actually a bit excessive. Attending a singles gathering doesn't necessarily require a goal-oriented mindset. Treat it as an opportunity to meet new friends, get to know each other better, and if it's suitable, you can continue to develop the relationship. If it's not suitable, it doesn't matter. At the very least, you've made some new friends. Nowadays,
See, that's where the bullshit comes in right there. She says all this, but no, women are harsh. If you don't meet their criteria and you go up to them, they will let you know, and then they'll let you know very harshly. They'll shoot you down like a freaking rocket, right? That's why men are not willing to do these things anymore. If women were nice and cordial and still soft and feminine while we were approaching them, I don't think men would have an issue. But every time men have been doing it for the last 10 years, we've been getting this attitude as if we don't qualify.
in fact, many women have a more rational understanding of their own situation. They understand that as
really?
they age, their competitive advantages will gradually diminish, so if they meet a suitable man, they are often no longer fixated on material conditions such as having a house or a car, especially for those who already have a house and a car.
Why you always lying? Stop fucking lying.
What they pursue is a more sincere emotional connection, which is why more and more women who already own houses and cars are becoming common. Therefore, gentlemen, why not give yourself a chance, and also give others a chance? Sign up to participate in every singles gathering organized by our company and seize this opportunity to meet new friends and expand your social circle.
Many friends are skeptical as to why there were almost no men at this matchmaking event in Shenzhen. Let's analyze the reasons. First, there were certainly some men participating, but in terms of numbers, the ratio was extremely imbalanced, possibly reaching 110 or even 120. The main reason is the organizer's rule. Women could attend for free, while men had to pay.
This is the
To be
stupidest
honest,
thing.
any man with a bit of sense wouldn't want to spend that kind of unnecessary money.
Just to get
After
rejected.
all, men who are capable, have resources, and high incomes are sought after everywhere and don't need a matchmaking event to find a partner. Secondly, men with average or even lower qualifications are also reluctant to attend, as they might feel humiliated if they go. The marriage market in big cities already has an imbalance in gender ratios, with fewer high-quality men that meet women's
You not want to let that man go.
Even if a woman doesn't have particularly outstanding qualities, she might still be bold enough to try her luck at a matchmaking event. And if she is attractive and has a good figure, she becomes even more sought after in matchmaking markets with relatively scarce resources. In such cases, factors like job and income are secondary considerations. For men, in a big city like Shenzhen, if they don't own property, don't have a respectable job, or don't meet a certain income level, they might not even dare to enter a
trying to break
matchmaking
dance?
event. Men with average qualifications are very aware that many women might not even look at them, so most men are realistic about their own situation. This actually reflects a common phenomenon in the current matchmaking market. Most men with less favorable economic conditions tend to feel inferior. They also wish to escape singlehood as soon as possible, but they are forced to face various real-life obstacles. Friends, would you attend this kind of matchmaking event? Feel free to leave your comments.
No, this is why even in the West, singles events, most men are not attending it also. It's the juice ain't worth the squeeze. These women are not looking for genuine connections. No, they're looking for Chads and Tyrones. They're looking for a particular man when going to these events. But obviously these events, Chad and Tyrones don't show up because they Chads and Tyrones. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And I catch you guys next time.